podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
Suavemente. Sky's the limit, baby.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game can see the boxing boys.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Hashtag TBV Podcast, wherever hashtags are used. We are back to discuss Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. Is this fight in jeopardy as Kovalev no longer looks to be willing to fight on November 2nd? Reports are coming in that he is hesitating to accept the proposed 10-week turnaround for him to fight Canelo Alvarez on November 2nd for Kovalev's WBO light heavyweight title. It will be on Dazn, and the rumor is 8-figure payday. Remember, an 8-figure payday starts at $10 million. Now, we reported in the last month or so that Sergey Kovalev was demanding 10 or 12 million. Then we heard on the ESPN Plus telecast during Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev that he should be receiving 15 to 16 million. So this is quite a big payday to turn down and or postpone. But let me get on out to my co-host. Before I do that, I'll give you the number to call in if you want to give us your opinion on this topic, this morning's topic. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And don't forget, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. Remember, you can download that app and the Patreon app on your iPhone or your Android at Market and get a ton of exclusives. Now, we didn't do Untitled yesterday. Schedule's conflicting, but we will be back with that today. I'm going to go out to Indiana. Mike, what it do?
ThaBoxingvoice Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Come on, Mike. He stayed out before he said it.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo. Good morning, everybody out there in the TBV universe. Big shout out to Kieran Betts. Big shout out to Ohio Run Boxing. Big shout out to Eagaloo, Dean O'Connor. Everybody out there in the TBV universe, man. Look, man, Canelo, once again, man, with the A-side tactics, bro. A-side tactics. It's August, bro. Y'all want me to fight on November 2nd? Come on, man. I don't get no time off. I got to go right back into, training camp. At least give me a month out. What happened to the rumored December date? Doesn't Canelo always fight in December? Why are you trying to rush me? I just came off a tough-ass fight with Anthony Yarde. Do you think I'm going to be ready in 10 weeks? I need my time, man. But we'll break that down and talk about the timing, the offers, and is Kovalev really, honestly, is Kovalev really a cherry for Canelo? We'll break it down too.
Hell no. But if you're talking to a hater, he's a cherry. Canelo's moving up 2 divisions to fight a cherry. Canelo ain't asking for a catch weight, but he cheating. He cherry picking. Bruh, haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. You know what it is? They ain't got that Canelo wallet. You can't offer 8 figures. Shut your ass up. Keep crying. Keep crying and wait for a payday. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua had it right. But you only act like that with certain people. You know what I'm saying? When people ain't acting like that with you, you don't gotta act like that. But like the way people treat Canelo, he need to be saying the same shit Joshua was saying last year. Smack you down till you understand what place you belong at. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo offering life-changing money. After he destroys Kovalev, Kovalev will retire. Him and his children are good to go. They set. Now, the rumor is 15 to 16 million, according to the ESPN telecast. I mean, 8 figures, 10 mil, 12 mil, whatever they come up with. It's Kovalev's highest payday. Highest career payday. Let me just remind you, Andy Ruiz stepped in. Not for 16 million. Not for 15 million. Not for 12 million. Not for 10 million. Not an 8-figure payday. He stepped in for a low $4 million payday on 5.5 weeks' notice. And he himself was coming off a fight. And he was not a world champion. Now, 10 weeks, everybody running around here, 10 weeks, that's not a fair turnaround. Last I checked, Mike, it's 8 weeks training camp. Now they want to add on new shit?
Yeah, I just got beat the fuck up.
Everybody Dillian White now, they want 20 weeks, huh?
I just got beat up. You said when Joshua got beat up, he needed a motherfucking whole year off,
Joshua got, so now you comparing Kobe.
Got beat up in the 8th round. He got to get some kind of month off, bro. Like, he had a hard training camp, had a tough fight with Yarde. At least give him the fucking month of September off. Let's do a December 14th date, December 7th date. I mean, I'm not understand. Well, never mind, cause okay, I get it. Joshua's fighting in December 7th, so maybe that's the best thing you probably can do is try to have Canelo and Joshua in the same month, or at least have it in like November. Well, you can't have it at the end of November either, cause
they monthly subscription. They can't pack everything in December. They need to keep people on these other months.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like fuck. November 2nd, bro. That's just
hold on. Let me, because I ain't want to interrupt you on your little tangent. Because I want to debate. So you brought up Joshua. So now Kovalev is Joshua. Kovalev, who knocked out Yarde, is Joshua, who got knocked out and dropped 4 times. You talking about? Come on, you wanted Joshua to get a tune-up. You wanted Joshua to take time off. Joshua lost, champ. He lost by knockout. Kovalev won by knockout. So I don't understand your analogy. Outside of that, me and most real boxing fans only gave Anthony Yarde 2 rounds. He fought a valiant fight. He's a warrior, but he won 2 rounds. So what the fuck is you talking about? Oh, he was in a tough fight. He need time. His own trainer. You
only show Sunday night and saying that Kovalev was in a tough fight. Not all of a sudden when Canelo won him on November 2nd. Fuck it, he wasn't in a tough fight no more.
Mike, I'm saying the same thing I've been saying.
He didn't get beat up that 8th round. His motherfucking brain wasn't scrambled at that 8th round. Let's go ahead and bring him 10 weeks later, Canelo. Fuck it, he don't need no fucking time off. He don't need no time to heal from his fucking face being bruised. He don't need none of that shit. Let's just get him back, give him 16, 15 million, and let's beat his ass.
So,
you want the best Kovalev, or do you want a guy that's fucking half-ass?
So I'm consistent. Immediate reaction or live fight chat, I said Yarde won 2 rounds. Sunday review show, Day.
I'm not asking about the rounds, but you said it was a tough fight for
Champ, you spoke, man. You gave all your reasons why it was a tough fight. It's my turn to debunk your bullshit. Unless you got some shit you left off.
No, you good.
Oh, why? You know what I'm saying? So I had 1 tough round, okay? 1 tough round. I didn't even go 12, and the opponent only won 2 rounds. Man, I'm good, bro. And this is almost triple, if not triple, depending on what rumor you want to believe, triple the amount of what, or more than triple the amount of what Andy Ruiz got. He ain't leaving us on the table. This is probably posturing. They trying to get another $250,000. They probably trying to get another $250,000 training camp money, or squeeze just a little bit more. And if you Canelo, You know, instead of hating on Canelo and saying, oh, he cherry picking, you guys should realize, damn, he not doing no catch weight, right? He's moving up 2 weights. So if you want to be strategic and get him right in the ring instead of giving him a whole month off when he was trying to get him to cancel the fight. You want Canelo to wait longer. Canelo was trying to fight in September with this dude. You know what I'm saying? But things didn't work out that way. So, like, he don't want to keep waiting. Canelo is the star. Why he got to be out the ring forever? How many concessions we going to make for the B-side? Let's be real. And I'm not being mean. It's just the truth. You know? They both got options, but his options ain't as good. What he going to do? Go unify? He don't want that sauce. And he got to wait. Better Beef and Godcheck are busy. Who he going to unify with? You know? What he going to really do? What he going to let Top Rank and Bob Arum, his promoters, give him a Gilberto Ramirez fight? Does he want to lose his title to that Mexican? The less famous one?
Same stable, main events.
Excuse me?
Dimitri Bivol is in the same stable as Sergey Kovalev main event.
Yeah, but he's got a co-promotion with Bob. That's why I'm mentioning the Gilberto.
Who?
Sergey.
Okay.
That's why he's been fighting on he signed. That's why he's been fighting on Top Rank after the elderly Alvarez loss. They signed him, co-promoted. And Bivol's there, dog, but it's the same Better Beef motherfucking Godcheck story. At this age in your career, do you really want to go fight those dudes for like 2.5 mil, maybe $1.5 million? What they giving him these days? If Thurman is getting 2 mil to fight Danny and 1.5 to fight Porter on 5, what is Kovalev getting to unify with Better Beef? Come on, man. Nah, he know where he got to go. He know what this is not nothing to do with being a fan of Canelo. This is everything to do with securing your future.
Absolutely.
This is generational wealth right here. We're talking about $16 million.
The money is there.
When the government take their check, and the promoters in it, he's still gonna be left with a bunch of millions, clean money. Like after they get their cuts, he gonna be left with a lot of cold hard cash. Tax-free. They're not tax-free because they already took the taxes, though. You know what I mean? He's good with that after. So you don't play with that. I mean, this is a man that fought Andre Ward, and his contract stated he was getting $1 million. And then I think he had another contract that said he wasn't getting anything unless the pay-per-views did well. Like, you cannot play. How do you know you'll get this big of an opportunity? $16 million? There's not many fighters that can generate enough to give their opponent $16 million. Joshua offered Wilder $15. We heard Andy was getting $9 for the rematch, $4 for the initial fight. Big Baby, $4.5. DAZN slapped on another 1 point something, bringing him to $6. Rumor, allegedly, right? Luis Ortiz offered $7. $16 million? Brother, you do not leave that on the table. You do not, balk. As they're saying.
Yes, you do.
No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Like, bro, hey, Mike, if you call his bluff, answer my question then.
Let him go fight Demetrius Andre. Let him go fight Triple G. Let him go fight Jamal Charlo. He needs you. He wants to fight you. He been calling you out since how long? For almost 2 months now? Call his fucking bluff. Let's see what he gonna go do. We ain't fighting on November 2nd, bro. That ain't enough turnaround for me. And I'm not about to be forced to motherfucking capitulate to your fucking demands. You've been off almost 3, 4, 5 months, and I can't get a month off? I can't get 1 month off. I can't get 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. Come on, man. That's bullshit, bro. November 2nd, that's bullshit. And for Canelo's team to even bring up that date, I thought it was disrespectful to Kovalev in the camp. The man can't even get time to rest off. He can't get time to spend with his kids off. Y'all want him to go right back into fucking training camp.
Nobody on vacation longer than 2 weeks, Mike.
15 million is nice. 16 million is nice, but I need that to be pushed back. And I want to talk about something else. I will listen to a interview with Virgil Hunter on Fight Hype. He was like, Canelo is in a win-win situation. No different than Mikey Garcia. No different than Dickel Brook. No different than motherfucking American. People, some people out there think Canelo's gonna go up and win. But if he don't win, what we all gonna say? Oh, he going up to a bigger guy, 175, jumping 2 divisions. If he does
not
win,
just a big guy though, bro. Like people trying to call him a cherry. This is a puncher. He knocked out Yarde with a jab, according to the Yarde
that's
fans.
what I'm saying. He knocked down Ward with a jab too.
No,
so
knocked
he's
out
in a win-win
Yarde,
situation. Some people expect him to win, but if he don't win, it's gonna be that. Oh, he jumped up 2 divisions. He was daring to be great.
That's what super fights are, Mike. That's what super fights are.
So now hold on. The same guy that said Mikey didn't have a chance. The same guy that said Kell Brook was gonna get fucked up. The same guy that knew Amir Khan was going to sleep. Now saying that super fights are when we jump up 2 divisions.
Didn't you just mention all super fights?
But I'm asking the question. Like all those were like one-sided, right or wrong?
Yes.
So what's the difference now?
The difference in this one is that Kovalev's a big puncher. Big puncher. He's been known for that.
None of the other guys that I mentioned were big punchers.
No,
Khan got slipped.
Kell Brook, exactly.
Kell Brook got his eye fucking broken in half.
Listen, you're not listening.
I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead.
Errol Spence battered Mikey. So none of those guys that I mentioned were big punchers.
No, none of them. Canelo's the big puncher, right? Mikey can't punch as hard as Canelo, and he's never done the damage to his opponents that Canelo's done to his. He hasn't even fought the caliber of opponents that Canelo's fought. You know, like he ain't fought the best in his division like Canelo. Canelo's consistently fought the top in his division. At 54, he fought the top. At 60, he fought the top. And now he's going to 75 to fight the top. This is the most recognizable name. That's the difference in this equation. Kell Brook didn't have the power to knock out Golovkin, and Mikey didn't have the power to knock out Earl. We believe before today, maybe you can choose to keep playing this, I don't know, argument role, but before today, there was a lot of us that believed that Canelo can stop Kovalev. That is the difference. No one ever thought Mikey, Gabe Rosado, who else moved up? Who you said? Khan? Kell Brook. Who else moved up? Gabe, Kell Brook, Mikey. Oh, man. Who else? Yo, not even Floyd, when he moved up, did we think he could knock him out. Canelo is considered a puncher. Canelo is considered that skillful that people are calling this a cherry pick. So, yeah, that's a huge difference in this equation and those.
I think a lot of people calling in are just probably haters or whatever, but as soon as you said it from the first day, Kovalev was a cherry for Canelo. I was always apprehensive about saying that, and I didn't agree with you, and I don't agree with you now. I think if Kovalev, look, man, weight, I keep telling motherfuckers, man, weight divisions matter for a reason, and I hope Canelo don't try to put no fucking rehydration clause in the contract. If you fight that 175, all thing the man got to do is fucking make weight. Everything else, it is what it is. But Kovalev is a big ass puncher, bro. It's not like Canelo's moving up and fighting another Rocky Fielding, or he's fighting somebody who's not of world level. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in and try to think that he just gonna run over Kovalev. It might be a rude awakening. And Buddy McGirt came out with an article on boxing and said, "Shit, Kovalev and him have proven themselves ready for Canelo," or something like that.
Speaking of McGirt, outside of that 8th round, he thought Kovalev was dominating. He wanted Kovalev to stay behind the jab. He told Kovalev this fight would be easy behind the jab. And he said himself, and I'm paraphrasing, but you can find the quotes on Boxing Scene, that Kovalev lost focus because it was so easy. So with your own coach telling you it's easy, with you watching the performance and seeing that it was easy outside of the 8th round, I think that for your biggest payday, generational wealth, changing your family's, destiny for years to come, I think 10 weeks is worth it, man. We know that traditional fights are 8 weeks. Yes, maybe those 8 weeks, a fighter's not hasn't had a fight 2 weeks ago, but Andy Ruiz did it. because he wanted to change his circumstances. If you want to change your circumstances, you have to live like no one else so that you can live like no one else. You get that? You live like no one else so that when you reap the benefits of all your hard labor, you're going to be living like no one else. You seen Andy Ruiz? You seen his birthday party? You seen his new gold, his new jewelry? You seen his new mansion, his new cars? You seen him eating sushi off of naked women? I never got that though, because like if she got to rip her fart, she's going to rip that shit. Like she don't give a fuck. What is she going to do? She can't get up, all the sushi gonna fall. So I'm just saying I wouldn't be doing that if I was you. And I fuck with sushi. But life-changing money. Live like no one else so you can live like no one else. And that's what the fuck Andy did. 5.5 weeks, give it to me, Eddie. Matter of fact, he DM'd Eddie. He didn't balk. He didn't complain. He didn't get upset. He DM'd Eddie, said, I can be ready. I can be ready. Do you want to change your life? Do you want? What Eddie likes to tell people, to make them feel bad, to embarrass them in the media. He hasn't made $3 million. Well, according to the reports, right? I don't think Kovalev's made over $5 million. What he get to go to Russia, Mike? Because I mean, the Ward fights are his biggest fights, and those are some shit paydays on paper. I mean, those are some
those
shit.
are bad paydays. Like Ward was getting paid more than him, and he was a champion.
Exactly. So if you ain't get paid millionaire money for fucking Ward, because we all know Keith Thurman told us you got to make 2 to make 1. So, I mean, what fight he made money with? Oh, we talking about collective money. All the heads he was knocking off. Okay, that's cool. That's why his house only worth. That's why his house only worth $2.5 million.
The money's not the issue though. The money. I never brought the money as being the issue.
No,
but the issue for me,
I'm not saying you making the money an issue. I'm saying that we need to send out the energy to Kovalev and his team that the money is that important. And because it's that big and that important, forget how much of a turnaround it is. Understand that you got 8 weeks what Andy Ruiz did not have. Understand that you got 3 times the amount, more than 3 times the amount than Andy Ruiz got. Understand
not
that
comparing dude to Andy Ruiz.
Why not?
Andy has never
life-changing
done
situations
in the fucking sport of boxing.
Life-changing situations.
Until after he beat Anthony Joshua. Kovalev going in.
Michael.
He's going in.
And that is why.
One of the top guys at 175 as being a 2-time, 3-time world champion.
And that's why you getting paid.
I deserve more cachet than fucking
That's
Andy
why
Ruiz
you getting paid more than 3 times Andy Ruiz's purse.
Give me motherfucking November 16th, November 9th, November 16th. That's 2 more weeks. Give me a motherfucking 12-week camp. Like, goddamn, don't try to fucking force me.
You make it
Give
seem
me time
like
off.
it's easy.
Let me go to fucking Disney World with my fucking kids and my fucking wife and have a good time.
Nobody goes on vacation longer than 2 weeks.
Ice on my fucking wounds right quick, bro. I was in an easy fade, but the 8th round was hard. I only went 2 rounds. What the fuck ever. We seen Kovalev abs spent that 8th round. Get that man some time to recuperate. I don't understand, and I commend main events. For not fucking jumping in at that November 2nd date. They want their man to win and give that man the best chance of winning. Back it up 2 weeks. Back it up 3 weeks. Fuck it.
Okay, Mike. So since you commend them, and please don't just do this for argument's sake. Think about this before you answer.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not.
We in a hypothetical situation here. He didn't take it because he don't want to do November 2nd. Canelo moves on. Literally moves on. Let's say Andre, Charlo, all the names that were already mentioned and approved. Kovalev doesn't get this opportunity again. Then we're doing shows, and don't lie, we're doing shows about main events failing him. And how there's no other fight out there for him to make this amount of money. And now, the only thing you can say in your rebuttal is, well, maybe they can renegotiate. Well, maybe Canelo comes back. That's what I'm saying. You have no say-so in this equation. So do you really want to, like you said, call his bluff? Where the fuck can you go to make $16 million, bro? That's all I'm saying. Like, you acting like that's nothing. That is a substantial. Matter of fact, I searched the internet and all you see is the word substantial, huge offer, life-changing. Like, dog, you don't play with $16 million. There's no one else out there that can offer you that unless he's going to, I don't know, move up the heavyweight.
I wish we had a motherfucking guest on because I need a third opinion. I just think that.
I'm going to try and call Shields, man. Word is born because.
That's already, man. I need him.
I don't know, man. You're going to get third opinion from a bunch of callers, man.
I know, but
I want the callers to keep that in mind. I get y'all.
I love the callers. Sometimes these motherfuckers, boy, they be on some shit. All right, especially Mr. PBC. You know you fuck yeah. Nah,
yeah, but Mike, you still dancing around the question.
What's that?
Who could he make?
Nobody.
$16 million.
Nobody. So, it's Canelo. Everybody who fights Canelo gonna get paid good.
So how do you play with this? How do you play with this? How do you play with this situation? You can't play with this situation.
We're negotiating. The main event's doing. We're negotiating. We're trying to push that date back.
No, listen.
That's what we're trying to do.
Listen again. If you did your research, you would see the deal was set in place. They only need Kovalev to sign. Now, because of the 8th round, he wants to push the date back. The deal was in place.
That's what happens if you have a tough fight. You like, damn, bro. I need a little bit more time, man. I need a little bit more time.
Dog,
That's what he thinking.
Epsom salt baths, some ice baths, and you do what you gotta do for your family. That's it. You do what you gotta do. This opportunity is not out there unless you a heavyweight, and even the heavyweights ain't getting this opportunity. Like, Daniel Jacobs is the last fighter to come close to $16 million. As a B-side. Dog, this is a B-side's dream. You know, we could talk about A-sides getting $16 million. Like, you're not thinking. You're not thinking. You getting caught up in the fact that we report millions of dollars on this show daily for these fighters, but not Kovalev. Kovalev ain't never been talked about $6 million until his name got mentioned with Canelo. And he tried to say that was a lot. I mean, that was too little. Remember, I was saying Kovalev crazy for turning down 6.
Yeah, you were, yeah.
Dog. But I mean, whatever.
I'm just saying, man. I look, I'm not saying that Kovalev and his team should turn down the money. I think they should do what they feel like is best for the fighter, and they're trying to do that by trying to move the day back. And look, if they can't move the day back, then shit, Kovalev is going to have to probably end up taking the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it is life changing money that you can't really pass up. But at the same time, main events, you know what I'm saying? You got to try something. You know what I'm saying? You got to try your hand while you still got it. And if you can't push the date back, then we all know that that Kovalev was probably going to sign for that fight.
And let's be honest and realistic here. We're talking about dates and how it's nothing, but what happens in November? I don't know. I don't watch other sports. You tell me, you know, what's so bad about pushing the date back in November? We do got Wilder. Now we got the Logan Paul November 9th. And that might be DAZN, you know? It might be DAZN. So, like, does DAZN have, obviously they have dates, but do they want Canelo competing with other big sporting events? What else is happening in November outside of the world of boxing? I know November 9th, Logan Paul, KSI rematch, big YouTube fight, rumored to be promoted by Eddie Hearn and possibly on DAZN. What else do we know? Oh, Wilder's rumored to be the end of the month. So we're talking Saturday the 23rd for Wilder, right? And they also mentioned the possibility of it being on the fucking 16th. Hey, Wilder, let me tell you something. I need you to announce this shit because I go on vacation for Thanksgiving. I don't be home. We on a beach. So you playing games with my dates. Let's go, Papa. But
the NBA season starts like October 28th, and they normally have a big rollout week. NFL, you know what I'm saying, is going to have their things popping and things rolling. So if you try to push the date back, then you might run into the NFL doing like their Thanksgiving time football games where they showing all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? NBA, same thing.
So what you're telling me is that Canelo's not being a dickhead. This is probably something to do with programming.
And that's what I said when I first started my argument. I was just like, damn, you got to look at the
Why you sound so monotone when you got to tell the truth?
I was trying to tell the, you know what I'm saying, I think I've already did, but I'll go back again. Yeah, man, it's just like, when you think about it, you try to push back to the 9th, like you said, Logan Paul fighting right there. Is anybody fighting on the 16th? 16th is like right before
I'll pull up the schedule.
The Thanksgiving, and I think that should be a date that they probably could attack, you know what I'm saying? But maybe Wilder's trying to get that date.
Well, I heard Wilder's rumored for 16th or the 23rd.
That's another reason why
the issue. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to go up against that? And maybe you do want to go against Wilder if you're DAZN. You're like, fuck it, let's counter program. They doing pay-per-view. We doing $10. Well, $20 now.
True, yeah. But yeah, man, if Kovalev team can't put the date back
really quick, fights in November. I got the schedule pulled up. So, sorry to interrupt. You know, interruption with an apology. We got on the 1st something in Germany, but I'm gonna give you notable ones. November 2nd, ESPN and ESPN Deportes. You got November 7th in Japan, DAZN. November 9th, you got ESPN, so they don't care about Logan Paul. And it looks like Jamal Herring's going to be fighting Lamont Roach for title unification on that. November 9th in Hawaii, don't know who. November, that's it for November. Everything else that's scheduled is, you know, nobody that is worth. Oh, November 14th, Golden Boy got a date. November 14th, Thursday night fights. That's Thursday, though. So maybe Golden Boy can do the 16th. You know how they like that lead in? You know, do this Golden Boy DAZN Thursdays leading into their Saturday fight, maybe.
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that, and I'm sure Kovalev team wouldn't mind 2 extra weeks pushing up to a 12-week camp and give Kovalev.
But you got to keep in mind that could also end up being that Wilder date.
Yeah. But we all know, like, shit, first come, first serve, right?
Damn, my boy Ronnie in jury duty today.
Shout out Ronnie for being a fucking upstanding citizen, man. Hey, going to jury duty, like, I don't know how many niggas, like, I actually know that went to jury duty at all in my life.
People throw them notices out.
You get in trouble for like doing that shit.
I don't know. But, yeah, man.
Got a super chat from Ohio's Run Boxing. Ohio. Porter is Jason Voorhees, September 28th.
Told you. Told you that he thought that meme that Porter was Jason. So, any final thoughts before I go to these callers? If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Plus, it lets me and Mike know you appreciate us coming out every morning, give you that morning talk so you can get to your job, on your commute, you know, on your walks. You know, hope you guys are out there walking, staying healthy. You know what I'm saying? Keep the blood flowing.
And health as well. You know what I'm saying? I seen Ness last night. You know what I'm saying? Went to the gym. That wasn't the same gym that we was at, was it? It was different.
Nah, that's the local gym. Me and Doomy go there in the night whenever we can't make it to the daytime gym.
Yeah, man. So whatever you got to do, man. Run, walk, box, shadow box. You know what I'm saying? Stay in shape, bro. We need everybody who's part of the TBV universe around forever. Not forever, you know what I'm saying? Because we all die one day, but die when you old.
So I'm looking for any experienced videographers to take on a paying job. We're paying quite a few $100. Quite a few. I know a few is 2, but definitely more than 2. For 4 hours worth of shooting and video editing. Must see your work before you can get hired. Contact me on IG, and then we'll exchange info there and discuss it more. But looking for an experienced shooter and editor. So obviously not 2 separate people. I want you to do both. You know what I mean? I want you to be able to shoot and edit. And you will be allowed to come to Border Wars, because I'm looking for someone to shoot for Border Wars. I need a new videographer for Border Wars that can do the entire piece. So it'll be like a 10 to 15 minute recap video of Border Wars 6, and I'll pay you handsomely for someone that has good talent, all right? We need this to look amazing. So Final thoughts. Again, I'm gonna just reiterate because I know you guys are like, I don't know, you're a bit crazy. You're a bit crazy. You listen to this show and we talk about, how Canelo received almost $400 million and how, Saudi Arabia was dumping $84 million at Eddie, and you guys think that these millions are nothing, but they're quite something. Dozens of fighters don't make millions of dollars. Hundreds of fighters, thousands of them do not make millions of dollars, let alone $1 million. Okay? So 16 million, 10 million, 12 million. That is a lot of money. Let's think about that when you call in. Let's think about the amount of fighters that are retired, that are broke, that are rich, that have never made 8 figures. 8 figures. I mean, 8 figures. We could go down a list of fighters they retired right now, never made 8 figures. Not guaranteed money, 8 figures. Shit, back end deal, some shit like that. Maybe pay-per-view upside. And then then I can make it even more difficult for you to find a fighter that made 8 figures by telling you can't find a fighter that was a B-side that made 8 figures. I think that would be even more difficult to find.
Mikey Garcia.
What? Man, he ain't make no 16 million.
I think he made 10 million.
He ain't make no. Show me, because we can't find anything on neither of them two men.
They said Earl made 20.
Okay, hey guys, look how I got him. They said, who's they? Because I can't. Listen. Let me finish my sentence so you can look like you wrong. I cannot find anything that states Earl or Mikey's purses. I can't find it.
Find me the shit that says Kovalev gonna do 16 besides a guy on ESPN who fucking moonlights in boxing said he's gonna make 16 million.
And when you're on the type of broadcast that ESPN is on, you don't think you have what in, the editorial side of like writing, it's called like copywriters, people that fact check for the writer. So you don't think they got anybody that gives them the notes?
Motherfucking Mark Kriegel said, nigga, Povetkin turned down 10 million. We know that's a fucking lie.
I definitely questioned him. I definitely called him. Listen to me. Let me talk. I definitely called him a liar. Because I can't you could go back and listen, only based because I can't see Povetkin being able to get paid $10 million by Bob Arum for a Tyson Fury fight. See, I'm not questioning $16 million for Kovalev and Canelo because we know how Canelo roll. And I'll help you. I didn't question the rumors. I just wanted to find out which is true. And you see, sometimes I interview people and still ask, like, yo, did Earl really make 20, right? So I didn't question Earl and the fact that they could possibly maybe be making 8 figures.
How much Keith made?
Hold on a minute. I didn't question Earl and the fact that him and Mikey probably made 8 figures. And that's because my interview with Eddie Hearn before that fight was ever signed, sealed, and delivered, when he wanted Mikey, he told me on my interview, what are they pay-per-view going to do? 400,000? Fine. I'll give them both $8 million guaranteed to fight on DAZN. So he set the bar. Remember, I came back saying, damn, now Al got to pay these dudes 8 for that fight because this guy going to give it to him. And that's it. Once it's out there, it's out there. So, again, there's no factual proof, but just like the Deontay Wilder situation with Dominic Breazeale, the $20 million, and Espinoza saying we gave him what he wanted because he was offered $20 million by DAZN. Sometimes you don't need, black and white to understand what took place.
How much did Gennady Golovkin make over 10 million when he fought Canelo? Did Tyson Fury make over 10 million when he fought Deontay Wilder? Did Keith Thurman make over 10 million? I don't know this to be actual facts, but did Keith Thurman make over 10 million when he fought Manny Pacquiao? Like those are all B-sides.
Well, no, I got you. It's reported that Fury made $4 million, right? Okay. So and then
that was like the
listen, right? Again. The only thing that you can find on paper is that Fury made $4 million. So I mean, anything else you say is speculation. Excuse me.
He didn't get that back end pay-per-view check that everybody else get.
Back end pay-per-view off of 325. I don't know. What was their break even? You and I won't know their break even.
I thought Espinosa said it was 225 for
No. When did Espinosa tell you that was that?
Because you that.
No, when he told me 250 was his good number for a fight that he didn't even produce, which was Mikey and Earl. So I don't know what you talking about.
Never mind, bro.
No, I'm just saying, when me and him had an interview on the top of the rooftop, it was for the Danny Garcia-Sean Porter press conference. The Mikey Garcia-Earl Spence fight, that wasn't even, it was only being rumored. This was sometime in July or June of 2018, and I sat down with him and I said, hypothetically, if that was your fight, how many pay-per-views is good for a break even for a Garcia and Earl? Because remember, I thought that shit wasn't going to do numbers. So I was looking to find out what was good for the network. But no, we never spoke about Wilder. But again, we don't know what the deal is. You don't know how many dollars Fury was getting on the back end. You don't know the cut of his deal, to say that he made over $10 million. And the funny thing is, now that you can't use Fury in that equation, who were the rest? Who are the other B-sides? Gennady.
I can't use Fury. I'm still going to use Fury because I believe I seen an article where it said he made over $10 million, but he gave it all the way. And I asked about Keith Thurman. Did Keith make a lot of money?
I'm pretty sure Dan Rayfield tweeted or wrote an article about their purses. They the Nevada always shows what you get paid.
We all know the people that deal with Al Heyman don't get that actual purse disclosed. That number is for the sanctioned bodies not to take a lot of cut from their purses now.
Exactly, Mike. But again, the initial argument is you can't show anybody. That's all hypothetical. You can't show anybody. You can't show anybody, bro. Gennady, I want to believe, and I don't even remember those negotiations, to be honest with you. But remember, you know what I did hear?
He had to give Gennady some of his own money just to make the fight happen.
Yeah, but what I heard, we never heard numbers. I don't remember, but I feel like we heard 47.5% is what Gennady got on the rematch. That's what he negotiated. So I don't know what that final number was, but whatever, man. The point still remains. He named the top of the top, okay? He named Earl, which is a superstar welterweight.
Named Mikey, not Earl.
You said, didn't Earl get $20 million? Said that.
I said Earl got $20 million, but you said B-side. Name me a B-side.
You're right. I apologize, Mike. You're right. You brought Mikey up. So, again, Mikey is Mikey, right? We still want Mikey versus Danny. Mikey is still being, carrot dangled to go to DAZN. He's still a gigantic name. Tyson Fury, he got $100 million deal. You're naming not B-sides, you're naming A-sides. Yes, they were B-sides in those equations, but it could be argued, right? UK fans would argue that Fury was the A-side because of his fan base, yada, yada, yada. We'll argue that the fight took place in America on Wilder's channel, so he was the A-side. Same thing for Mikey and Earl. People will argue Earl's the A-side, but people will say Mikey. They still, to this day, say Mikey is the one that sold the pay-per-views. You and your argument, whenever we bring up coffee, you say, I want to see what Earl does now with Porter. Earl himself said Porter can't sell a family picnic, so now we're going to know who's really the seller. So, again, $16 million is a lot of money, and you named it with the top of the division. Let's be real. When we think of Kovalev, do we think of him in the same breath of a Earl, as a Canelo, as a Tyson Fury? No, we think of Kovalev as a guy that's about to be out. He's on his way out. He just got knocked out, got it back. We didn't even know he was going to do that, so that impressed us. But then we seen you almost get knocked out by a dude that didn't never fight nobody. So, Kovalev needs to take this Merry Christmas present. But whatever. That was my final thoughts 8 times. I know I reiterated. I'm sorry. Mike gets me in the...
It's all good. Let's go to the call. I'm intrigued to hear what the people got to say.
Okay.
All right, listen, right now, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. If you want to go one step farther, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and catch us today for Untitled. We will be talking about a lot of shit. Trust me, that damn Untitled shit is full. So we'll be talking about a lot of shit on Title.
Yeah, they got
great,
like 30
great shows,
questions there.
good movies. I mean, TV shows that came back out this weekend, like a lot of good shit. So, yeah.
All right, let's go out to Boomerang. Before that,
these calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Boomerang,
they calling Angulo and Quillen the fight of the year.
Hey, good morning. This is a need and want situation, man. It's, if I'm Kovalev, I know that I really need this fight, right? But I'm still not going to short myself at the end of the day because I know Canelo wants to fight, and the reason why he wants it because in his heart he feels he wants to be great and make history, right? So I would just play on that. I would tell him no. I'm not going to fight you 10 weeks after I just had a tough fight with this young man here. No.
Troy.
Give me...
Troy.
Yeah.
Can you see Canelo having...
No,
not Kovalev. Can you see Canelo having another opportunity in his career to, as you said, chase legacy? What was it you said? History? What did you say?
History. Okay. I mean, that's his own thing, man. He's chasing greatness. That's what he does. Yeah.
I'm asking you, can you foresee another super fight where Canelo, before he retires in this lifetime, has another chance at history, making history? It doesn't have to be moving to 75, but something as big as moving to 75 and beating a world champion. You don't see that in his career?
Anything is possible. Anything is possible, brother. I mean, I can't say that right now, but anything is possible.
That's not an answer.
Of course.
That's
Canelo is the money man. Anything Canelo wants, he can dangle that money out in front of somebody.
I got that.
Of course.
But Mike, Crawford is not the money man, and
I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
I see Crawford still making history in his career. He's still young. Nothing tells me that Crawford
is 33.
He's still young. Nothing tells me that Crawford won't unify again, won't possibly move up and fight Adames for a WBO belt before he retires. Nothing is telling me that he won't do none of that. Maybe not Adames, but what I mean is his career trajectory has showed us that he is chasing greatness. So, and he has the right people behind him, so those opportunities will present themselves. On the other hand, Kovalev does not, and that's what you guys keep forgetting.
No, it doesn't.
That's what you guys keep forgetting.
No, I didn't forget it.
How many of these opportunities has Kovalev got in his career? He was the B-side to his own big fight. Come on, bro.
But Ness, they're
I got that. I'm not disagreeing with you with anything you're saying, but I'm saying...
Let me tell you how big of a B-side
I'm
this guy
saying that he has
is.
enough leverage.
Let me show you how big of a B-side this guy is. We're easily forgetting that this is two separate fighters now moving up to his division to fight with him, to make a super fight for him where he's the B-side, where he gets less money. You guys better stop playing. War moved
I
up
agree with you for once. I agree with you.
Canelo will not beat up. He will not beat up Sergey in the fashion that War did. So the damage that he'll take in the Canelo fight won't be the way War beat him up twice, and he took less money for that. You about to get beat up once.
That's why
big money.
That's why he's not going to take the 10 weeks out. If he's smart, he'll just cry for about 2 more weeks, and they should be able to make a deal for 2 more weeks.
He'll be out in the cold.
Or 3.
He'll be out in the cold, Troy. He'll be out in the cold if he cry for 6 more weeks, 2 more weeks, whatever you said. Mike, you muted.
I know. I was talking about. I was trying to let Troy get his call off.
Oh, Mike. What's next for Canelo? Kovalev plays hardball. Realistically, what's next for Canelo?
Easy fight to make.
Yeah, I mean November. He wants his November 2nd date. I'm the boss. You ain't gonna dictate to me. Fuck it. I'm moving. We doing it on the 2nd. Who we doing it with?
I don't know. I know people. I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, we know Andrade has been made an offer and DAZN approved him. Gennady is busy. Charlo was approved.
Yes.
And had an offer.
Want a little bit more bread.
Billy Joe is now available.
There you go. Maybe I think Billy will take it.
So let me ask you a question. Since you said there you go, you like that fight, you think Billy will take it. Which fight is more winnable for Canelo, Billy Joe or Kovalev?
I think Billy Joe, because he doesn't have the power that Kovalev has, so he's not going to be like afraid to be like knocked out, and Canelo going to put that pressure on him. Kovalev is like moving up to division. Like I'm still of the mindset that we have weight divisions in boxing for a reason, and moving up two divisions is going to be tough. Even though that Canelo's probably the better boxer, we got to see how he reacts to that right hand of Kovalev. But Billy Joe don't have the power, and Canelo he's been fighting at 168, so I'm pretty sure Canelo's going to bring him back down to 160. So yeah, I think the Billy Joe fight is probably a little bit more winnable, in my opinion.
All right, then. So now he goes up and wins another real title at 68.
Do you think he's going to fight Billy Joe at 68, or you going to think he's going to fight Billy Joe at 60?
Champ. He becomes a 2-time champion at 68. So that's
now we talking different because Billy Joe ain't got to lose them 8 more pounds. Whoa. I don't know, bro.
Bro, he ain't giving Billy Joe no shot at 160 with no belt. It's got to be 68. And that's that's a slower Billy Joe, in my opinion. Billy Joe is a boxer. He should be at 160. He won a title versus someone that can't even, someone that would only hope to have Canelo's genes.
All right, well, if it's going like that, then I might have to reconsider my position because he's not going to have to lose that 8 pounds. Damn, I don't know. I don't know which one is an easier fight.
All right, but he still got another fight where he makes history. That easy. We're going to go out to Ringer in Seattle.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue, I leave blowing these beats. I treat him like he's a C+ fighter. Shit on.
Hey, yo, what's good?
Roll your window up.
Hey,
Mr. PBC.
That's not my window. But it's just, hella construction around it. But, man, I'm going to have to say that Canelo needs to give Kovalev his time to recoup so it'll be a fair fight. I want to watch fair fights. And I want to see Canelo really, really push this one to make it seem like he's really dominating. I'm tired of these little tick-for-tat fights he's been doing where he hits you, you hit him, and it's a close decision, and he's wins somehow by a couple points or by a couple judges. I want to see a dog-ass fight. I want to see the Mexican fighter versus the Russian. I want to see it. And Billy Joe would be an easy fight because he doesn't have power, like Mike said, but you never know. He does have that footwork, though.
He does got that footwork.
That can determine. And Floyd is the only one who beat Canelo with that footwork and that jab. So you never know, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Floyd popped that head back. So shit, I'm gonna have to go with Kovalev for being the weakest. Actually, now that I thought about that footwork, and Andre, he's probably gonna be the easier than Kovalev because he's never really been in a big fight. Just like he's gonna be easy like Daniel Jacobs. It'll be like that fight. And man, I don't watch the
When the last time we seen a Mexican versus Russian?
Man, I don't even know.
At this level.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. But probably a lot, Mexicans and Russians, they make up a lot of, not Russians, but at least Eastern Europeans,
level,
right?
Like
No, on this level,
yes,
I doubt it, man. On this level, I doubt it, bro. Like, I mean, maybe, it's hard to be remembering things on the fly like that.
It is.
But we got, wow, what up, Class and Bound in Texas? Been a minute. How are you, my friend?
I'm pretty good. You knew I was going to call in and talk about this subject because this has been This has interested me ever since Kovalev Yarde. First of all, let me just say, if the 8th round doesn't happen and it goes like the rest of the fight, no one would even be talking about Yarde being tough. Like, let's be honest. Like, that one round basically gave Yarde more credibility than anything else he did in that fight. Like he almost knocked Kovalev out. Like, no lie. But take that round out, and no one gives a shit about Yarde, and they move on to the next guy. The thing about I kind of agree with Mike to the point where maybe they could push the date to like the November 16th, but also it's not like Canelo is a natural light heavyweight. If you were to put Canelo and Yarde, and I said on this on the air that Canelo had a bigger punch than Yarde, I'd get laughed out of the building because we both know no one would believe that. But do you think Canelo was a more dangerous fight for Kovalev than Yarde is? Yarde is a natural big guy. Like, he's huge. Canelo may blow up, but he's not a natural light heavyweight. So I think Kovalev should maybe take the money, take the fight, and let's see what happens. Because if it's not about the weight, if the money is good, then just take it. Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo, I think that in order for that to be dangerous, you have to think about, do you think Billy Joe Saunders would have a good chance against Kovalev? Do you think Charlo or Andre, do you think any of those guys could beat Kovalev right now? And I'll be honest, I don't think they would. I think Kovalev beats them, and I even think
Damn, champ. I miss your calls, man. You need to call in, man. Need to call in. You know, Class and Bound wanted to be a host at one time. I don't know whatever happened to that.
Sounds pretty good. He sounds pretty knowledgeable, too.
He knows his shit. We're going out to, what do we see? What do we got over here? Going out to Ohio.
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Jay Will, what it do?
What's good, man? Good topic this morning, man. Real quick, man. I think with this whole Kovalev, or should Kovalev take the fight, I think it just really comes down to him making that decision. People saying, it was just the 1/8 round that he lost it. I mean, it's not a video game. I kind of want to remind everybody. I don't think, Tim Bradley versus Jesse Vargas, he only lost that one round in the 12th. He was dominating the whole fight, but that one round in the 12th was just one round. But he had no business trying to hop right back into training camp 2 weeks after that fight, even though he only really lost that one round in the 12th. These fighters, they really take damage. So it's at the end of the day, even if you don't take it, if you don't feel comfortable taking it, at the end of the day, he's going to still be healthy and maybe take 1 or 2 more fights and then get up out of here. But on the whole cherry picking thing, I don't think it's a cherry pick by Canelo. Not at all. I don't know which one of y'all was kind of saying that, but whichever one.
I did.
Oh, come on, man. Not you again. Not you again, man.
I said he was a cherry. The minute Canelo called him out, I said he was a cherry. And then Yarde showed y'all why. Now there's a whole bunch of people saying that he's a cherry. But you know why. Because styles make fights. This is strategic matchmaking. Canelo,
Can I ask you a question?
Yes. I love questions.
Was Roy Jones versus John Ruiz a cherry pick?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What the fuck? You think Roy would have fought a real heavyweight, bro? Come on,
so
man. You about to lose your hardcore card right now.
His pops actually told Roy Jones, don't fight Mike Tyson.
He about to lose that hardcore card right now.
So let me ask you this: was Floyd versus Canelo a cherry pick?
At 152 catchweight, early in his career like that, without the experience, you motherfucking right. I mean, you know what? Let me see if his time up. Let me check this time up. Oh, yeah, he's done. He's done. This motherfucker right here. I thought, all the years you've been calling in, this was your worst call ever. Wait till you hear this on the playback. Motherfucker, of course Floyd cherry-picked the young boy. What the fuck? How many people ain't been saying that? Floyd caught him early and sucked him down. Like, man, stop it. Yo, where the guns at this morning, Mike? What's up with these cats, man? I'm reloaded again. Yo,
even when I first started coming to the boxing world, I always heard that Mayweather caught Canelo when he was young and like kind of inexperienced. So,
bruh, you want to see Latin bias? Tell Floyd bring his ass out here right now. See what Canelo do in that rematch. People know why they don't give. He gave everybody a rematch.
You gonna meet me at 152?
Bro, it's too late because I don't even want Canelo. Like I wouldn't mind Floyd getting money with Pacquiao, but Canelo and Floyd at this point, Canelo cherry picking. Know what I'm saying? Fuck. You let McGregor touch you like that? Boy, at 154, McGregor did that? Shit. And the money that would be in a Canelo fight versus Floyd, ain't no way in hell Floyd can negotiate Canelo getting down to 54. They're gonna have to do a catch weight where Floyd coming in at 54, but not Canelo. I know Floyd might still be the fucking A side. But I don't think you're going to be able to suck Canelo down again. I don't think. That shit is out the window at this point. Then they saying Canelo loses. Jesus Christ. Really? At that, the fight can't happen at 60. It's too late for that. I mean, at 54. There's no way it can happen at 54. Floyd's like 40-something.
If Floyd came out and said, I want to fight Canelo at 154, Canelo and the team was like, we can try it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. I mean, look, I don't even see that wasn't part of my equation. You want to have, again, if you're going to suck Canelo down, then we turning the tables and Floyd is cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at what Canelo doing. That's what I'm saying. People out here complaining about Canelo. Canelo out here trying to fight Kovalev at his natural weight. No catch weight. He said it, no catch weight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about Floyd sucking him down again to prove a point. How you going to prove a point when you sucking him down again? You ain't proving no point like that. You know what I mean? But we going out to Patrick. Talk to me.
What's going on,
Buenos dias, Ness. Buenos dias, Mike. What's going down, boys?
What's up, brother?
All good in the hood. All good. Yeah, man, that is some serious money for Canelo, man. He has to take it. After being in the interview saying he wants time with his children, this is Kovalev, by the way. I think that's easy money. 10 weeks, man. What's that? Gets that money, like you said, Ness, he's done for bids. But if he doesn't take it, do you think Billy Joe will be on that? That's the question I was going to give to you guys. Do you think Billy Joe...
I mean, we talked about that. I think Billy Joe would be an option simply because he's got that 68-pound title. It would give Canelo...
it would be like line B or something. They would be like, he ain't taking it. All right, throw him in the mix. You think?
I think it's a possibility for sure because he's got that 68-pound title and he doesn't have any punch power.
Yeah, that would be mad. But having said that, I think Kovalev... What about Kovalev? Do you think Billy Joe would go out even more weight for that just to make some noise or no?
Well, I mean, he definitely tweeted out that he'd fight Kovalev, but I don't see how Billy Joe beats Kovalev. Kovalev is a good boxer, and he's got no power to worry about with Billy Joe. How the fuck Billy Joe can't stop Kovalev? Who's he stop? Billy Joe is crazy. You think he's going to outbox Kovalev? Kovalev is a good boxer, especially when you ain't got no power. That jab is just going to be all there in your... I don't know, man. But that is your time.
Cut it.
We going out to...
Hold on. We got a super chat from Igloo 2. Floyd schooled Canelo. It doesn't matter what age or weight Canelo would have been. Floyd would still have schooled him.
That's cool. You see how he prefaced that. Don't move on. He said would have been. He ain't say Floyd would school him in the rematch. That's all that matters. Floyd gave everyone else the rematch. Big Pauli, talk to me.
Hey, what's going on, man?
You do. What up, Mike? What up, man? Nash, you know you done fucked up, don't you?
Why? Because I'm coming at your boy Floyd?
You know you done fucked up. You doing too much for this Canelo thing, man. You act like he beat Floyd, bro. He got
out here.
He got whooped by Floyd, bro.
I ain't never
He
say he
got whooped
didn't.
by Floyd, bro.
I ain't never say he didn't.
So Canelo ain't better than Floyd, man. His resume ain't better than Floyd, man. Quit trying to pad that. He got the second best resume.
Where are you getting this
Second
argument
best.
from? We never even talked about resume. We talked about Floyd never giving
I
him
don't
a
know, man. I
rematch.
just woke up. Look, man, I just woke up and seen this picture of this old ass nigga Kovalev. Why you look so old on the damn picture, man? Did somebody modify
that's the
this
same shit, nigga. You look old than a motherfucker.
He look old as fuck, bro. Is this like a face map thing? A face app thing?
Gotta be a fake one, bro. It
That's
gotta be a fake
Kovalev from motherfucking Saturday night.
one. Bro, that's not Kovalev.
Dog, that's a face app, bro.
That's a filter nest. Come on, man.
But look, man. See, this the other way you fucking up. Real quick, you fucking up because you made me forget. No, look, you said that my man. Damn, what the fuck? See, I had a good point before you cut me off. Wait, you said that my man Kovalev was a cherry pick, or this is a good matchmaking for Canelo, right?
Yes!
This is what I told you the other day, and you went in on me. I told you he got good matchmakers, but when I said he got good matchmakers,
Hey, bro, what we argued about today ain't got nothing to do with what we argued about yesterday. Every argument is...
I hope you remember that shit, man. Next time you bring up something that I said, try to use it against me.
Brother, it all depends what you brought up. We going out to...
Oh, yeah, hold on. Fuck all that, bro.
Okay.
What app did you use to make Kovalev look so fucking old, my nigga?
What you talking about? That Saturday night
Look at
fight.
the same hair, bro.
The Saturday night fight, man.
Got the George Jefferson on the side.
Yo, that Saturday night fight. I don't know what you talking about. That was from when he knocked out
that nigga
Yarde.
was 80.
Yo, people said the Yarde name back to Yarde now.
That's fucked up.
Back to Yarde and shit. That's cray. Let me see. We going out to T Plums. What up, champ?
What up, fellas? What's good?
Another day, another podcast.
Cool. So, Ness ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but I think personally, Canelo putting himself in them win-win situations. Them situations where, like, if he go up and beat Kovalev, you know what I'm saying, it's great. He's being great. But if he lose, he's chasing greatness, so he get that moral victory, just like Mikey Garcia did. But I ain't gonna flex. A lot of, recently, as of late, a lot of, the Mexican fighters been doing that and getting passes for it because they're chasing greatness. That's what everybody like to say. But,
Gabe Rosado ain't Mexican. He got a pass. Maybe other people should try to be great, not just Mexicans. You know what I mean?
But I personally think that's just a situation where they win no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd
it's
ain't
like,
Mexican.
He went up 2 weight divisions.
Floyd ain't Mexican. He
Kovalev.
moved up. Floyd ain't Mexican. He moved up. Some people just want to be better. They want to be better than others. That's all. Crawford ain't Mexican. He moved up. You know what I'm saying?
But Crawford
just
was undisputed, so you know what I'm saying? He already proved his point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
he already proved that he dominated that division.
Bruh, it don't matter.
Canelo not fighting people in his division.
Vic Darchinyan probably never moved up. He just ruled at 115 for his whole life until he got knocked out and then kept fighting there. Like, you don't have to move up. You move up because you chasing greatness.
But I think more people are interested in seeing Canelo unify 160 or make undisputed at 160. I think more people are interested in that than seeing him keep going up.
Because he's ducking Andre and Charlo because he's fighting a bigger puncher with more accolades, a 3-time champ.
Cut it.
Yo, I don't get it, bro. Like, this fight is equally, if not more dangerous than the Andre and Charlo fight. So why don't we start beating the drum? Me and Mike have no problem doing 2-3 shows a day on Charlo and Andre facing Kovalev, and he should get his shot, and we fucking get behind it and let the community get behind it too. Let them dudes dare to be great. If it's so easy, if this is a cherry pick, if he's only setting himself up so that he's in a win-win situation. So why can't Charlo and Andre put themselves in a win-win situation? Why don't Charlo move up and fight Benavidez or Caleb Plant in a win-win? Oh, he tried. It's okay. You know? Go fight Pascal. We talking about 75. Go fight Pascal. Oh, he tried. Ain't he as old? He's not as old. Move up 2 divisions. Show me you fucking great. No, you want to show me you great by beating the great guy? I mean, I don't get this fucking path to the top that people want to give these guys, bro. Like, Akinwande, yo, and fuck it, they hate me, bro. Like, Korobov? Come on, man. Y'all over here calling Sergey Kovalev a cherry pick, right? But it's okay that he fought Matt Korobov in 2019.
It was a late minute replacement the week of the fight, so it is what it is.
You know what Joshua's late minute replacement was?
Carlos Takam on the week of the fight.
Still bigger name than fucking Korobov. Is he not? You ain't hearing nobody signing Korobov to no fucking deals.
He's a heavyweight though, so I mean he's gonna be a little.
Oh, so you saying so again? You agreeing with me because he's a heavyweight? He got a little bit more cachet, so he's still bigger than Korobov.
Yeah, but he been knocked out by Chisora, been knocked out by Joshua, been knocked out by somebody else too, I believe.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Korobov was knocked out by Andy Lee, unless he the one knocked out Andy Lee, right?
He knocked out Andy Lee, but I think he was stopped by Jose Uzcategui.
All I'm saying is, what Canelo do, other people can try and do. That's it. It's that simple. What he do, other people could try and do. If you on the Heyman side, you got hella fights if you 160. If you Jamal Charlo, you can move up. You got Daniel Jacobs still out there. He could be asking for the Chavez fight himself. Why ain't he asking for the Chavez fight? Listen, you need those names to cross over. Let's use the music analogy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hardcore rap artists need a feature to cross over. Am I right? You follow me? No? All right. Whatever.
Not nowadays, because you can have guys like the Baby, you know what I'm saying, who was a hardcore rap artist, was an underground artist, and if you got a good single, you got a good hit with Spotify and YouTube and all these streaming services now, people go out and find that shit. So you don't need a fucking feature to necessarily cross over. Not anymore.
What do you call find you and crossing over, bro? Because, you know what I mean? Like, crossing over is like...
But you said for these rap artists, you need a feature to like cross over to like you get mainstream.
Yeah.
Or did I get you wrong?
Yeah. I think like doing shit with, when you get to that pop artist level, like who Big Sean did something with last year? Well, I don't even, you know what? Let's not go down that alley. Whatever. You right. I'm wrong on that. We'll move on. We got Brian. Talk to me. In ATL, what up?
What's going on?
Chilling.
Good morning. What's happening, TBD? All right, old Atlanta in the building, man.
What up?
First thing, man, with the Floyd thing with Canelo, man, y'all got to realize Canelo the one who asked for the fight, and Canelo was asking for the 150 weight class, that he'll fight Floyd at 150. Okay, so when y'all start talking about Floyd drained him down, Floyd actually gave him 2 more pounds less than what he asked for. So that wasn't on Floyd. That was Canelo chasing after Floyd because he wanted to beat him. He felt that he could take it, and he couldn't.
Chasing greatness. What these other fighters not doing?
Yeah, no doubt. No,
he had it.
No doubt. I
go.
No doubt, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I agree with that, but I'm just not gonna put that draining him down on Floyd. That was something that Canelo put in there that he would be willing to do to get the fight. Okay. and they called him on it.
I mean,
so that's it.
Calling him on it is a nice way to masquerade it, but that wasn't his natural fighting weight. You could have easily made the fight at his right weight. You chose not to for a beneficial reason, advantage. So you could paint it how
Yeah, because you got a guy who was ballooning up. Wait a minute. We still talking about the same dude who's gonna balloon up 20 more pounds after the fight.
And so that's another clause in the contract. That's another clause. You could have put a back end weight restriction, but you put a front end to make it more difficult to get a weaker fighter.
Don't say you will fight me at 152 if you want to come back and say this shit now. Like he said that, bro.
Hey, listen, Canelo ain't complaining. Canelo ain't complaining. It's his fans that's complaining. They're saying, why you ain't never give him the rematch at 54? That's who's complaining.
Why would you give somebody a rematch that you beat 12-0 or 11-1? There's no point in a rematch.
Dog, ain't no point in the rematch. You know why there ain't no rematch? You know why there ain't no point in that rematch? Because you afraid. You afraid. You know what the fuck will happen if he fight Canelo right now. You know. That's why you calling in upset. Troy, Boomerang, talk to me.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure I heard you say that this was a cherry pick fight for Canelo. Am I right or am I wrong about that?
I said that because I said that before the Yarde fight because I know styles make fights and I understand Canelo style versus Kovalev style. You guys didn't say that. So nobody can't call in here calling Kovalev a fucking cherry. Only I could.
Okay, cool. Just take a deep breath. Since he's such a cherry pick, can you name two other fighters that you know that are locked to beat Kovalev right now?
You don't listen, do you? I don't know why they gave you a boomerang. You should be paying for your own fucking boomerang because you don't listen. I said for Canelo. You ain't just hear me argue and say that Andre or fucking Charlos just try and move up and fight Kovalev and see what the fuck happened. You don't listen.
Maybe
you just want to call and argue with me. You
some
don't
of that
listen.
bass and all that vulgarity out your voice. I would actually pay attention to you.
You
man.
should listen.
I thought it was just the both of the people.
I am listening, but see, it's hard to listen to someone who's not being civil with you while I'm being civil. I'm not yelling and cussing at you, and that's not ever gonna happen. If I made a mistake, then cool.
Troy, I love you.
It's just a mistake. It's simple as that.
You
and you
on
should,
the
man, because I'm a lovable, bright guy.
You sit on the other end and you wait for your opportunity to argue with me instead of listening. This is 99%
No,
of
I'm not
debates
trying to argue
not
with
listening.
you. I'm not arguing with you. I just simply misheard you. If there was an argument, it would be back and forth.
You say tomato.
I was wrong this time.
I say tomato. You say you.
I just said I was wrong this time,
right?
Not
listening. I know you're wrong this time.
Again.
Every time we debate, you wrong.
Well,
I win all
and
the time.
mathematically, again, that's incorrect.
They gave you a boomerang because they want to see me whoop on you twice per show.
Brother, you know what?
Oh. Your time is up, though. Cut it. Skirt. We going out to Florida, man. Let me sunny Florida put me in a fucking good mood. Keem, what it do?
What up, y'all? What up, man? It is nice and sunny down here, dog. It's actually beautiful this morning. But hey, man, I was listening to you and Mike going back and forth, man. And I agreed with both of y'all on some things. I think what Mike was saying is right. Like you don't have to put the fight off for a month or two until next year, but get a man 2 weeks,
Keem, why you killing us with this speakerphone thinking you gonna get it off, man? That shit sound like he calling in on a bean can tied to a string. Come on, champ.
Hold on, I got you, bro. Hold on.
After these messages, we'll be right back. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show, and it helps us grow. Keem,
hello, y'all hear me?
Now we hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, get Kovalev 2 weeks, man. He like to come down to Miami. Let him come down.
Bro, he got 2 weeks.
Enjoy himself and then get right into training camp.
Keem.
Oh yeah, no, you right. Okay, I did my math wrong. You right. Oh yeah, so then he good. If he's got 2 weeks, he's good. The training camp, and like you say, bro, $16 million. Even if he gets half of that, like Thurman said, they always get half. 8 M's left over, and he just fought. He just got paid. That's like when payday roll around and you still got some money in the bank from the last check. You know what I mean? That's Kovalev right now. He just got paid. If he takes 2 weeks off, he gets his 10-week training camp, and then he gets $8-9 million free and clear. Come on, yo, what you doing $8-9 million, bro?
He doesn't get a 10-week training camp. He gets an 8-week training camp like any other normal fighter. He gets 2 weeks off, so total of 10 weeks.
Right. So total of 10. So he'll get his 2 weeks off in his 8-week training camp, which is about 2 months of training camp, which is normal. I mean, I don't see why not, man. Do it. Like, you know what I mean? You just got paid, and now you about to get the most largest payday of your life when you've already sacrificed paydays for the big fights. Because wasn't that rematch with Ward? He wanted that fight so bad that he took no guaranteed money. He just wanted to get back in the ring.
Shit
So he's already
contracts all his
sacrificed
life.
paydays.
Shit contracts all his life, man. It's the first time he about to see real money.
Yeah, nah, bro. You take that money and you run. Come on, $8 million. He can go live in Russia like a king, man. He could, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. You can buy 5-6 houses and that investment property.
Is
He
Russia
could do so
a
much.
third world country or something?
Say what? I can't hear you.
Is Russia a third world country?
Is Russia a third world country? Shit, I don't know. I ain't never been out there, to tell you the truth. I'm sure it's got its nice parts like anywhere else.
8 million gonna be enough for him to look like a king.
Shit, I don't know.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, Big Dog. Anything else you want to get to before we let you go? I guess not. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I'm of the mindset like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Get a man a little bit more time. Push it back to November 16th. Get a man a little 3 weeks off, 4 weeks off. Let him get the cobwebs out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if y'all ever been in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like a real street fight. I have. It might take a week and a half, 2 weeks for them bruises, you know what I'm saying, to fucking go away. Now, I never been in an 11-round boxing match, so I can imagine the bumps and bruises and things that he has to like deal with. So if he's not gonna go into like training camp 100% healthy, then I can't blame him. I can get mad at him.
Man, people, we say the term in boxing, he here for a check. Kovalev better come for this check. Like, fuck how you feel, dog. You ain't getting this opportunity again, not at this level. We going out the boomerang adjacent. Talk to me. Missouri, what up?
What up, Ness? What up, Mike?
Good morning.
What up, Ness? What up, Mike?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, man, I see Ness on that Canelo shit again this morning. I was listening to both of y'all points, man. I agree with both of y'all. Kind of siding a little bit more with Mike though, but Ness, man, like a couple of callers back, he was talking about the Mayweather stuff, and he pointed out a great point. Canelo called out Mayweather. You was like, why they didn't run him back? He needs to give a rematch. Now you tell me the rematches that Mayweather gave in his career.
Castillo and Maidana. Castillo and
Okay,
Maidana.
okay. So stay there. And those were hold on, Ness. I just needed that real fast. I just needed that right there because those two fights were controversial. A lot of people were thinking that
Castillo, yes, Maidana,
a lot of people were thinking that. A lot of people thought Maidana tried to edge it out. So when Floyd heard the rumors, he said, "Run him back." He dusted off Canelo ass. So it was no need for a rematch. He only gives rematches when the birds are chirping that it was a close fight. That's number one. Number two.
The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight has been
only
chirping. You don't want me to rebut? Because the Mayweather...
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
Do your thing then.
Yeah, let me go ahead and finish. Yeah. And that was bullshit. Everybody know Mayweather dusted off Pacquiao, and he went and jumped in the salt water and talking about his shoulders fine now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna get the credit. Number two, you have to be.
You have to use that boomerang for number two. Damn. See, that's why I hate being quiet. What he said, man. I wanted to jump in, man. Oh, the rematches, right? So, Mike, you watch Mayweather-Maidana, right?
Not really.
What?
Nah.
That's crazy.
We went to a Buffalo Wild Wings, but the Buffalo was too big, so I just went outside.
I'm just surprised you never rewatched it. Okay, well, that shit wasn't controversial, bruh. Shit wasn't controversial. There was weirdos, right, that lied, right, and said that Maidana won the first half, right? But can't nobody watch a fight and say that. Nobody could give Maidana that.
I did hear like the highlights, and Al Bernstein said that he had a draw. I believe.
He a fucking liar. Then we'll get him on the show. You find that quote so we can make sure he said it and get him on the show and test his ass. He's a fucking liar. Marcos Maidana won versus Floyd Mayweather. It is impossible to get a draw in that fight. You can give that motherfucker the first 4 rounds, which is also impossible. Okay? Impossible. Floyd won the first half. Not he didn't win the first half. I strike that from what I said. Don't listen to that in the way that I said it. What I mean is he won rounds in that first half. In the first half, we're talking about the first 6. He definitely won at least 1 round. If you want to fucking be a dickhead, 1 round in the first 4. So controversial, my ass. And let me tell you something else, Mike. Let me tell you something else.
And I did see.
Just let me tell you this one little thing. Listen, on the ropes. Just let me tell you this one little thing, so you could even be more against me, and this is even more controversial statement. That motherfucker probably did not win a round after the 6th round. After the 6th round, Marcos Maidana probably didn't win a fucking round. Man, you know what? It's Tuesday. Somebody please beg for that rewatch. Let's do that today. Please on Patreon. Let's Film Study Tuesday that. Please. All that bullshit. Floyd kicked that boy ass there. And that's what I'm saying. They only did that rematch, Mike. You know why? For money. For money. There was so much money in that fight, they gave Marcos 1.5 not to put on MX fucking Everlast. Don't tell me what you don't know.
So much money.
And you know what else? Fight. You know what else is big money? Canelo rematch. But you know what happened? There's danger. How the fuck you beat Canelo in 2013 and he the face of boxing? You break records. You ain't never in your motherfucking life do 2.4 pay-per-views. Never. Not ever. Till you fought Canelo. But you don't want to rematch him again? And you whitewashed him? It was 12-0. That's free money. That's free money. Nah, it ain't free money. Because we know the danger in that. It's just the fanboys of Floyd calling in trying to fucking argue with me. Impossible that there was no danger. There was plenty of time. 2013, they fought. Floyd ain't fight again till Marcos Maidana in 14. You know? He fought again, Marcos Maidana in 14. He fought Pacquiao. He fought Berto. He came back in 17. Oh, there was time to break some more fucking records. Let's not forget that not only did they break records with the 2.4 million pay-per-views, but they still hold, right? They still hold the highest gate. That means
I thought Pacquiao didn't got
I don't know. Gate. Google it then if I'm wrong. Yeah, Google it then if I'm wrong, because I believe Canelo and Floyd hold the highest gate in Vegas.
My big ups to guy Joseph Rodriguez Garcia, always fact checking. Floyd did 2.5 with Oscar too, so it wasn't like his highest to date.
What, pay-per-views?
I mean, Oscar wasn't on.
First of all, Oscar ain't do 2.5. First of all, Oscar ain't do 2.5. First of all, he ain't do 2.5. You better Google that. I'll go to a caller.
I'm pretty sure nigga Joseph's like the biggest Oscar fan in the world.
Tell Joseph Google that shit. He driving the truck right now, and he ain't Google. He pull his ass over so he don't crash and Google.
Man, at Joseph, man, because he just trying to give us facts.
I mean, look, he might be right. I'm going off my head because that's how brave I am. He might be right. I still don't believe he's right. I think they both did 2.4, but Canelo versus Floyd broke the record of Floyd versus Oscar. They did the same amount of pay-per-views, but with Canelo, it was worth more money at the gate. That's my belief. I'm not going to Google it. I'm going off my head. He could Google it since he's saying I'm wrong. And then we'll get to him. He also a mastermind. He could call straight in and tongue lash me if he wanted to, if he thought he was so right. We going out to Jason. You got to press 1 whenever you want to come back, or if you in the chat, let me or Mike know, or you know, on Patreon. I know you're a boomerang, so I want to get back to you. We never went to Rod and A70, did we? No, we didn't. Rod and A70, what it do?
Hey, I had to step out the office to come get your ass because you've been talking reckless all morning. First off, you right. Floyd beat Maidana ass. It was 6-0 in that second half. I never understood why people said that was a close fight.
So you're right about that. Yes! But you've been wrong about everything else today, man. And I like you, dude. But Kermit Cintron, Jose Cito Lopez, Shane Mosley, and undefeated Austin Trout, in which he knocked down, was the 4 fights before he fought Floyd. When he fought Floyd, Floyd was 38 years old. Yeah, he drained him 2 pounds. That's 2 fucking pounds, man. Floyd walk around at 140. So Floyd shouldn't be fighting over 147. So I call that a wash. On top of that, you saying it was a cherry pick for Floyd? Bullshit. It wasn't a cherry pick until we saw how Floyd just beat his ass 11-1 in that fight. Everybody thought Canelo had a chance. Everybody thought Canelo was going to be the young lion.
Not
to
me.
Floyd old ass down.
Not me.
Come on, man. You can't sit. I was nervous as hell during that fight. I've never been nervous for a Floyd fight. I remember sitting there nervous as hell because I thought Canelo was going to walk through his ass. I thought he was biting at 38. I thought he was biting out more than he could chew, and he walked through the boy. So until that happened, we're playing Monday morning quarterback. So I hate when you say it was a cherry pick for Floyd. It was not a cherry pick. Floyd took on a challenge. That was the one time where I said, "Hey, Floyd actually went after somebody where he's ready." You can't say he ain't ready. He beat Austin Trout. He was the only person to knock him down. Austin Trout had just come off beating Cotto easy. So come on, bruh. You know better than that, man. Stop it, like you said, stop the fake news. You know that wasn't a cherry pick for Floyd until after the fight.
Cut it.
You quiet yet?
Cut it.
Nah, man, your feelings hurt. All I'm going to do is get to callers, and I'm going to find my live show. Because luckily for me, Mike, I did a live fight show and or post-fight. So you going to hear what Ness said live. Because Ness... right now, Mr. CYP, we gonna get to you in duly fashion. If you wanna skip the line,
you can coming for your head this morning. I love it.
If you wanna skip the line like others, you can support us. We're not telling you have to. Just letting you know. I don't want you thinking you on hold long. But the thing is this: luckily, I did shows on that fight, so it's very easy to hear me say Floyd gonna win. Like. I even picked Floyd to beat Gennady. There's so many people I thought Floyd could beat, you know what I mean, before he retired. Like, so many money grabs out there. Like, I would have did a Canelo rematch because he 12-1'd them. I would have did a McGregor rematch. I would have did the Pacquiao rematch. I mean, I would do all those rematches. At this stage in his career, probably too late. He left that money on the floor. But I'd have did all them rematches. It was all easy fights for him. All of them.
Floyd just like the fact that he can brag, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I beat that boy ass 12-0, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's money. You left that bag, though. You left that bag.
Look, because when he fought Gennady, Canelo did. He was like, Canelo beat Gennady. So if Canelo beat Gennady, then what does that tell you?
Yeah, it makes Floyd look good. I get you.
Exactly.
That's why the rematch is bigger, because now there's people like me that think you can lose. The first time we ain't think you could lose. You see, in retrospect, people want to act like, we thought Floyd was going. That's a lie, Mike. I covered the fight. The same thing I'm doing right now, I did then. We took calls. So Mexican fans, like always, that's nothing new. Mexican fans, like always, rode for Canelo. But you telling me that the black community thought Floyd was going to lose? They lying to you, man. I got the links right here. I'm going to text them all to you. We could go back and listen to them. I mean, I'm not. You could go. If I said something, you're going to have to prove it. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. We going out to Long Beach, California.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Ness, you're a fantastic journalist. You are doing a great job this morning of trolling niggas. You're great. I have one question that I want you to answer. Give me a second to set it up. Every cash cow, and let's just start De La Hoya. He fought Shane Mosley in his prime at his time. Floyd Mayweather fought Diego Corrales right at his weight, both in their primes. Who has Canelo fought? Who's his Diego Corrales? He's either fought older guys that are 10 years a senior, smaller guys that are too small, or bigger guys that aren't good enough. Who is Canelo's Diego Corrales? Who is Canelo's Shane Mosley versus De La Hoya? Who is Canelo's Mildred Taylor? Who is his? He doesn't have one. And the guys that he fought around his age and size, that would be Trout and Lara. And neither of them got a sniff at a rematch, and they both arguably beat him. Now tell me, who is Canelo's Shane Mosley? Who's Canelo's Chico Corrales? Go.
I'm done with you once you said that Trout arguably.
Yeah, I know you did. You ain't got it. You ain't got it, Ness. I got you. Tell me who it is. Who is it, Ness? I got you.
What do you got?
He gonna style you out, bro.
What do you got?
Who is Canelo's Diego Corrales? Who is Canelo's Shane Mosley?
Why don't you do me the favor?
Taylor?
Why don't you do me the favor?
You don't got the answer.
I got the answer. I'm not educated enough, right? So I want you to tell my listeners who was the Meldrick Taylor in the divisions that Canelo was in. Because you want me to say whatever names you want.
No. You're not going to answer our question with a question.
Exactly.
You've been answering questions all morning. I know your last
Listen, Mike, how can I say Trout was Meldrick Taylor? You know what I'm saying? If he ain't Meldrick Taylor like that, I can't do that. I can't say that. Like, Canelo could only fight who's in his division. The better question should be, who's he duck? Who's he duck? You know, what division has he been in that there's this quote-unquote Meldrick Taylor that Canelo didn't fight? Because last I checked, Canelo fought Trout when he beat Cotto. That was the most dangerous time to fight him. He basically, solidified himself with the win over Cotto. It wasn't controversial or nothing. He kicked Cotto ass. So then Canelo fought him and dropped him. But he talking about arguably lost that fight? This guy's bugging. Mr. CYP, you up?
Hey, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you talking after the caller hangs up and sitting there like a mute when he was sitting there talking. But anyway, I'm glad that you're giving credit to Trout. I'm glad you're giving credit to Trout. I love it. I love it because that was my point. The point is this. You got Charlo, 2 biggest wins versus J-Rock and Trout. Then you got Jacobs, 1 biggest win versus Peter Quillen, 2nd biggest win versus You Tell Me. But for some reason, Jacobs is good enough to get the fight versus Canelo and Triple G. But Charlo, he a bum, he's not good enough, have him go fight somebody else. All that shit is ridiculous because right now, to this day, Charlo has better wins than Jacobs did before he got both of them fights. So we need to cut all this bullshit and just say, you know what, Canelo, whenever you done cherry picking, because I also said it was a cherry pick, and I'm all up in the blogs. I said that many times that Canelo picking Kovalev was a cherry pick. You ain't alone on that. I said that shit. Now, and you probably read it from me because you be trolling my shit, trying to find out what I'm saying to come say it on your show and shit. But anyway, you ain't the only one. People need to go ahead and give Charlo a shot since you want to say Jacobs was so determining, and then you say that Trout was so good. Okay, then. Well, Trout also got beat by Charlo. Okay, cool. And then J-Rock also got knocked out by Charlo. Those 2 wins, in my opinion, are good enough to get this man a Canelo fight because they were good enough to see Jacobs get his ass kicked twice.
Cut it.
130. Cut it. Oh, man. It's so difficult.
Joseph, with the fact check, he said both of y'all were wrong.
What?
De La Hoya and Mayweather did 2.4. Mayweather and Canelo did 2.2.
Man, what's his sources? Man? Where he get the link from?
Joseph, just send me the link, bro.
No. All I'm saying.
No. I got it.
No, because Canelo and Mayweather, I'm pretty sure that did 2.4, bro.
2.4 with De La Hoya. I see that. And Mayweather and Canelo. Let me see that.
I'm pretty sure we've seen that 2.4 with Canelo in them.
Yep.
Let me see. Who we got? So I gotta go to my sheet here. There's so many new numbers. I must have upset some folks. Let's see.
I sent it to you.
I'm giving callers they call. If I cut them off, y'all get mad. If I don't speak, y'all
He's so
get mad.
quiet, smart guy, Ness.
Oh my God! If I'm quiet, Mike's a mute.
Hey, bro, that's not my argument, man.
Hey, bro, you mute. I hear
never
you.
said anything about fucking Canelo and Floyd and all that shit, nigga. That was you.
I hear you.
That was you.
We going out to Delaware. New caller 919. Who this?
919, Jeff, man. I'm in North Carolina, man.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good, brother. How are you? Good morning. First time caller?
Yeah. I've been checking y'all out for a minute. But I wanted to say this.
What's your name before
For
you
me,
go in?
it's
Go
a
in
cherry.
on me. I just need that name. I know you gave it, but, I'm a little
Jeff.
slow. Jeff in North Carolina. All right.
Put it down.
My name is Jeff.
Yeah, but my whole thing is I think it's a cherry pick. I mean, you're draining my man down. It's so hard to cut weight. And, I mean, I feel like the timing is just you're not letting him recover.
Well, he's not
I mean,
draining
then
him
my man
down.
has
He's
to
not
cut
draining
weight
him down.
again.
The fight is at 175.
Okay, so he's not. It's no clause in there, no rehydration clause, or it's not at 172.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, if Kovalev, I mean, he must feel like he needs more time. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, for Canelo to have these two lions at his weight class that want to fight, that would take that fight in a second, for him to try to force this man to fight him like this, it's a cherry, man. That's all it comes down to. But you go ahead with your rebuttal.
I mean, no, I agree, but I just think it's unfair if callers to call in now and say that Canelo's cherry picking Kovalev. Before the Yarde fight, nobody wasn't saying that. Mr. CYP says he was, but that don't count if you ain't call in.
Yeah, but I feel like, man, at the end of the day, you got Charlo here, you got Andre, who, I mean, I've been following Andre for a minute. He's probably the most decorated amateur.
What's his biggest win?
One of the most decorated American amateurs.
What's his biggest win?
I mean, I think he beat Keith Thurman. I think he beat Keith Thurman twice.
What's his biggest win? I don't care.
Win as a professional.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah, as a pro. Hell yeah, as a pro. As a pro. What have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately?
Well, he's obviously been at a struggle with his career, and he hasn't got those big fights because these fighters, they know. Listen, they know who he is. They know who he is. They just won't fight him.
Jeff, you
this
heard
dude
his father?
Look at his pedigree, man. Huh?
You heard his father on the telecast.
Go ahead, and you said and also you said Matt Carball was a lower class than Andy Ruiz. Come on, man. That dude is you must not know who he is.
What?
Do you know who that dude is?
Yeah, I know exactly who he is. I know exactly who he is. That's your biggest problem right there, bruh. You getting hung up on what these motherfuckers did in the amateurs. That only go but so far. Just because you a good amateur don't translate to a good fucking pro.
You want to talk about Korobov amateur career, but you cut him off. So he
said yes, he was. He said Korobov already beat Derevchenko. What do it matter? What do it matter? All right, we'll bring him back, Mike. We'll bring him back. Yeah. We'll bring him back since you can't hear. Didn't you say Derevchenko? Jeff.
Derevchenko, you said his biggest win?
No. Didn't you say Matt Korobov already beat Derevchenko in the amateurs? Wasn't that what you just said?
What I was saying was these are some of the guys that these guys beat.
But
all I'm
what you
saying
said,
is at the end
I'm
of
sorry,
the day,
I can't. Look, you ain't got no boomerang, champ. This ain't me being disrespectful. I just wanted to prove a point to Mike. That's what you said, and it just again strengthens my argument. Amateurs don't mean nothing. It means something when it means something. You know when it means something, Mike? When you say, "Yo, Andy had 100 and something amateur fights," you know what I mean? So you can't sleep on him. Yeah. But Andy ain't Korobov. You know what I'm saying? There's two different dudes. How many title shots has Korobov got?
And correction, he got 2 title shots. He beat. Well, never mind. That don't even count. Correction. He was knocked out by Andy Lee, but he beat Jose Uzcategui.
All right, so I was right again. He got knocked out by a dude that no one in professional boxing respects. You know who is? Julio Cesar Chavez beat Andy Lee. So you telling me that Matt Korbov, this King Kong big dick boxer that y'all telling me he's so great because Charlo went 12 with him, got knocked out by fucking Chavez? Chavez knocked out Andy Lee, but Andy Lee knocked out Korbov. All right, bro.
Got a draw with.
And guess who else knocked out Andy Lee? Brian Vera. Like, how worse does it get? Stop trying to big up Korbov, old ass. Never done shit as a pro. He better be happy he with Heyman right now. He getting talked about because he with Heyman. And then you know what's even funny? What's ironic? They calling in to big up Korbov and saying, instead of saying, yo, he really won that fight. Because that's what y'all all really mean. But y'all afraid to tell the truth. He really won that Charlo fight. That's why you want to big him up. Why you don't ask Charlo to give him a rematch? I ain't think so. We don't want to talk about that, Ness. We want Charlo to forget that fight and go straight into the motherfucking fight with Canelo. Give him a shot. He giving everybody else a shot. Yeah. Let's make it easy, huh?
I mean,
Yeah, we got a lot of new callers. I'm waking them up.
For Canelo and Lara, you know what I'm saying?
Say again, brother. I ain't hear you. I talked over you. I ain't hear you. What?
I said same could be said for Canelo and Lara.
What about Canelo and Lara? Tell me, explain. I'm lost.
People think that Lara just won that fight. Some people do. I didn't. I thought Canelo did enough in the second half of that fight to get the victory, though.
Yo, I'm one of the dudes that think Lara won that fight. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm one of the dudes. Again, my show on that fight is out there. I'm one of the dudes that think Lara won that fight. Did enough to win that fight, right? So, guess what Canelo told him in the press conference? Do you know? Okay,
no idea.
I'll tell you. It wasn't even a press conference. It was post-fight. He said, they said, yo, will you give him a rematch? He said, if he earns it. What has Lara done since then? Please tell me.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So, if people thought I won, and there were reporters that asked you, would you give me a rematch? They weren't asking because they asked because they thought I won too or did enough to deserve a rematch. Now I got to go out here and do something else in order to fight you again when I just had an incredible fight with you the first fight. That sounds like you're kind of ducking at me.
Okay. So first of all, you didn't live through it. Okay. I don't know.
You gave me the synopsis.
I stood quiet purposely so we can have a good debate. Thank you. So first of all, you didn't live through it. I don't know what you're talking about as far as reporters saying that there wasn't a lot of people saying the Lara won, and there wasn't a lot of fans clamoring for the rematch. Okay, because public demand is what pushes the rematch. Go ahead. I see you with your hand up, so go ahead.
Again, the fight was close enough for a rematch, in my opinion. It was closer than the Floyd Mayweather and Marcus Maidana fight, right or wrong?
Yes, but it did less business.
Let me finish.
Well, you asked me a question. You can't ask me a question, then expect the answer to be 1 second long. No. You didn't preference that. You didn't preference that. You didn't preference that.
It was just no question.
You didn't preference that. Preference your question the way you want to answer.
Wow, keep on talking in this.
I mean, I'm trying to finish my statement.
Go ahead.
I'm saying preference the question the way you want to answer it then so that I know. Play fair.
Never mind. Yeah. Anyway, if Floyd Mayweather was able to give Marcus Maidana a rematch because people thought it was close, which y'all saying that it really wasn't, why the fuck wouldn't Canelo do the same thing and be like Floyd? Give Lara a rematch right after that fight. That's all I'm saying.
Like I said, because the money didn't demand it. The popularity wasn't there. The fans were not demanding for Lara to get the fight. Lara got that fight the same way I'm telling Charlo to get his fight. Same way I'm telling Andre to get his fight. The same way that Gennady got his fight. The same way that Floyd Mayweather got his fight versus De La Hoya. You must step into the ring and threaten the A side in public. Gennady done it. HBO helped him twice. Floyd did it to Oscar. Shane did it to Floyd. The list goes on and on. Lara did it to Canelo. You don't disrespect the public figure in front of the public because he's forced. You force his hand. So again, Floyd pay-per-views with Marcos Maidana absolutely meant the rematch was there. When I'm telling you, and you can hear all my shows on it, that there was no need for a rematch. The man barely won 4 rounds in that fight. Both of them fights, he barely won 8 rounds total. Both fights, okay? So I'm going to move on. Oh, I found it that quick because I was stalling for this. Canelo versus Laura generates 300 pay-per-view buys. 300,000. Let me just keep this in mind. He did 325 with Liam Smith in Texas where they sold 40-something thousand tickets. Stop fucking playing with Nesta Gibbs. You know you can't get in the ring with me, you fucking chumps. Let me show you something here. We got, where's Maidana? First Maidana did 900,000. Second Maidana 925. That means it's justifiable, not 300 fucking measly thousand pay-per-views. That means nobody watched your alleged tight fight. Nobody looked or cared about the supposedly fight that you almost won. So if you want a shot, do something. So now you know what? I'm going to help y'all figure out what happened. What went wrong, Ness? Why didn't he get that shot? I'm going to fucking Google Islandri Laura right now. We're going to find out what did he do since Canelo Alvarez. Al Heyman gave you the chance of a lifetime. I thought you won, so there's no arguing there. My shows are there. I thought you won. I wanted you to get the rematch. All that is good. Since then, clicking Laura, I'm on BoxRec. Since Laura, Ishe Smith. Okay, my host has no he don't want no sauce there. Since Ishe Smith, Delvin Rodriguez. Do you need me to tell you who he is or do you know him?
So again, you're doing the fucking resume thing. My question was never who is Canelo to tell me fucking go do something? If people thought I won that fight, shouldn't I deserve a rematch, right or wrong?
Who's people when more people bought the pay-per-view for
Liam
Smith?
Just said that you thought he won.
300,000.
You just said that you thought he won.
300,000 watched it. Out of 300,000, how many of us thought he won?
It's all good.
Out of 300,000, how many of us thought he won? Okay.
It's blatantly obvious the road that you're going down. So
I hear you, man. Jason on the boomerang. They don't want no sauce. You know who he fought after after Devin Rodriguez? He fought 147 pounder. He fought 147 pounder.
He has nothing else to do, bro. He will kill a fighter's resume. That's all he does. Let's put a resume game. No, nigga. I just had a fucking tough fight with
Mike. Yo, is Jason's boomerang, champ?
Run it the fuck back, period.
Mike, Mike, I'm in full damn agreement with you, brother. Let's always switch up that motherfucking narrative when it comes to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say that Floyd. I didn't say Floyd didn't whoop Maidana. Floyd beat the brakes off Maidana. Floyd went into that ring with a whole bunch of shit over his head with Miss Jackson and all that shit, nigga. He told Maidana to run him back in the ring. You ain't never heard Floyd say that shit. Because everybody, the shit was all in the air, talking about it was a controversial fight, even though all the boxing motherfuckers knew Floyd beat the brakes off that nigga.
Controversial. You know what I'm saying? That's propaganda.
I'm just saying.
That's propaganda.
Man, that's what the people were saying. That's what the people were saying.
People my ass.
Nigga, Canelo
casual fans
lost to Laura, dog. Run them motherfuckers back. That nigga didn't want to see nobody with all that fucking foot movement. Come on, man. Now you go. Come on, cuz. Hold on, I had one point about the Kovalev shit. Running Kovalev back. Check the weeks again, but running Kovalev back at fucking 36, and you keep comparing him to Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is fucking 29, dog. I'm a professional fucking athlete. Nigga, your body don't recover at 36, 37 like you do at a 29-year-old just jumping right back in the fucking ring after you go out through an 8 to 10 week training camp, bro. You need more time for your body to recover. You know what I'm saying? That's pushing it. The money's great. But shit, if he feel like he got a shot to win, then you ain't giving your body at that age. You already got.
I couldn't wait for your time to be up to say, you motherfucking right, he ain't Andy Ruiz, even though I said I'm comparing him to Andy Ruiz. Remember, I'm comparing the situation. You right, he ain't Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz a heavyweight. He the heavyweight champion of the world unified. You know what I mean? But the situation is the same. He ain't got nowhere else he could go to make $16 million. That's just the bottom line. We got a new caller from Stockton, California. 209, talk to me.
What's going on, man? I'm a big fan of you guys' show, but I got to agree with Ness on this one, man.
What's your name,
Look,
Chip?
people talk about, my name is Junior.
Junior.
Velasco.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
Thanks, man. But yeah, people talk about Charlo and Andre, for Canelo to give him that shot. But I mean, just be realistic. I mean, what has Charlo done? I mean, yeah, one caller said J-Rock
to the motherfucking mandatory position. Got his way there. What happened to fight the fucking mandatory?
Who fight?
Now we get a franchise title.
Who do you fight?
And now y'all give me a belt. Come on, man. Y'all niggas called in. Y'all motherfuckers pathetic, bruh. Fight your mandatory.
He asked you a question. He asked you a question. Who do he fight?
Who do he fight?
Who the fuck
exactly.
did Campos fight to get a fucking Earl Smith mandatory?
90 seconds.
Who did Evans Kavalowski get a fucking Terrence Crawford mandatory? Who did Bermain Stavern fight to get a fucking Deontay Wilder fucking mandatory? Fuck is wrong with y'all?
Bro, it's Canelo. This is Canelo. Deontay Wilder is not Canelo. It's Canelo. Canelo is the he's the face of boxing. He's the Mayweather of this time. Just like Mayweather was the De La Hoya of that time. De La Hoya was whoever at that time. This is Canelo. It's different.
I mean, damn, champ from Stockton. I wanted to ride with you on that one, man, Junior, man. But like, damn, that's not a good. Like, his argument was like, yo, it's Canelo. He the face of boxing. That's just it. It's Canelo. Damn, we need a little bit more to that. Mike, did we get to Brian? I think we got to Brian.
No.
From
Brian's
Atlanta? Yes, we did.
Brian's.
I'm going
to might
to
be
check
another guy
this.
from Atlanta, but not Brian.
Check this. I'm gonna check this right now. Did he hang up? Yeah, that's say Brian. Brian, didn't we get to you? Brian?
Yeah, I got to me. I just came back.
You can't come.
10 seconds.
Can't come back, champ. That's boomerang status, champ. You got to, that's like a perky perk. I just wanted to make sure I ain't get to. I mean, I didn't overlook you. I got to give everybody their first original call. But yeah, we start giving everybody double calls. We'll be here forever, man. Trying to put in too many hours. We're going out to my good friend Jerron. What's going on in Louisiana? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm not going to say it's a cherry pick because Kovalev is a good fighter, but he's also toward the end of his career, and his skills ain't what they were when he was knocking people out. But that's what Canelo does. He did the same thing with Triple G. Because after Triple G quit knocking people out to fight him, it's up to Kovalev to take it and go and beat Canelo and prove he's still, a threat. Other than that, I mean, like y'all mentioned the Charlo and all that, and yeah, they're also an option for him. But right now, I don't know. I want Canelo to fight somebody that actually be a challenge because he's getting where Floyd was, where he's just walking through people, and that's boring to watch sometimes. Is watching somebody win round after round and not have a challenge in front of them. I just want him to fight somebody that's going to give him a challenge. And maybe Kovalev will do that. Maybe he won't. I hope he does so it could be a good fight to watch. But I don't think it's necessarily a cherry pick. That's my call.
All right, Jerome, well, thanks for calling in. Well, that is all the callers. If anybody is on the line, remember you got to press one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Now, if you do want to call, again, that is a perk that we call the boomerang, which you can find that on our Patreon page. And once you become a boomerang, we do allow you to call in 2 times. If you are a ringer, you're allowed to cut the line in front of everybody else and get right to your phone call as soon as you call in, not keeping you on that long hold throughout all those other callers. And we obviously thank all and appreciate all our Patreon support, because without that, we couldn't continue to do this show daily. We obviously want to get to that 100% goal so that Mike can continue to do this on an everyday basis with me. That being said, I'm going to go to, let's see here. Mike leaving me with all the silence, you know, as I'm manning the boards at the same time, running the show. Freddie in San Fernando Valley, what it do?
What up, Fred?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? So I think there was like a fucking, sorry, man. Sorry for the question, but there was like a caller, like 2 callers ago, saying something about who the fuck Charlo fought. First of all, he's a fucking mandatory position. He's been a mandatory position. Not that fucking bullshit Dillian White they're claiming that it's been 600 fucking days. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Charlo's been the number 1 fucking mandatory position that Canelo has not fucking fought. Now, anyways, now that I got that cleared off, now as far as Kovalev not being happy with, with the fight being too soon, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, where else are you going to find a big money fight like that? So I'd tell Kovalev, man, just take that fight. Just take that fight. But that's all I got to say.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. We got B. Paulie. Talk to me. Actually, we got the B. Paulie, right? We did get the B. Paulie. Man, everybody, I got them jumping today, Mike. They trying to get back in here. Boy. Yeah, you see, that's the problem. You know, Kovalev's a cherry for Canelo. Ain't nobody saying here a cherry for anybody else, though. Ain't nobody saying that, though. You know, what happened to that Andre fight, man? I wanted that Andre versus Billy Joe fight. What happened to that? What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? What happened to Andre and Charlo? Didn't they have beef? Wasn't Andre stalking Charlo, like showing up at his press conferences and shit like that?
They had beef with Jamil.
I thought I remember that shit. Hey man, not my brother's keeper. What you mean?
Got a couple super chats, then I need to go ahead and get to.
He was running down on his.
He was joking. Like if you read super chat, you'll see he's clearly joking.
I still pick Floyd over Canelo, and he called in here saying he was scared, not me.
And we got one from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. Mayweather Madonna was entertaining. Canelo Lara was boring, especially when he got on his bike in the second half of the fight, and I sent you the links.
Exactly. Who was that, Joseph?
That's Joseph.
What links he talking about?
To the pay-per-views.
Linky link. He got the linky link. Man, he sent me, I'm glad you brought that up. Joseph, you don't get where my guns at, man? First of all, listen, any motherfucker tried to call in here on some fact-checking that shit, using Wikipedia, just drive right into a wall, all right? What you talking about, Joseph? Wikipedia, if I took the time to make an account, I could fucking change what that pay-per-view number say. That's how Wikipedia work. Any user could use that shit. You can't, man, that shit ain't official. Wikipedia. Show me ESPN. Show me LA Times. Show me Boxing Scene. Show me Bad Left Hook. Show me something on that level. SI, you know? Yahoo Sports. Show me something. Show me something. Wikipedia. Who the fuck uses Wikipedia links, bruh? My man wildin' today. Side, though. Y'all just want to beat Ness in an argument so bad, bruh. Why? Why can't we just be friends? What about your friends? We going out to what looks like Phoenix, Arizona. New caller. 480. What it do? Phoenix.
Hello, am I on?
Yes. What's your name?
This is Andrew. Andrew from AZ. New first-time caller, long-time listener.
Andrew. Talk to us.
What's up, man? So I think the situation going on with Charlos, I just think last December was disastrous for them. They were supposed to prove, pretty much to the world, younger one going against Harrison, at 154, and the older one going against Korobov. Yeah.
And they both shit the bed.
That was my first time, actually. They did. That was my first time actually seeing them with all the hype surrounding their name, and they didn't produce nothing. I was pretty disappointed. Matter of fact, I gave that fight a Korobov. He was landing mad left hooks, power shots. I just thought it was kind of, a little bit disappointing because I kind of did want to see what the hype was about. But, that's my call.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
What would the world and the writers say if Canelo decided to fight Tony Harrison right now?
To be honest, they'd probably say he was cherry picking.
So what would the world say if he said, yo,
That's what I would think.
What would the world say if he said, yo, fuck it, man, Kovalev don't want to take the $16 million. I'm going to fight Matt Korobov.
I think that'd be a better fight if he fought Korobov, but...
Yo, you wild.
To be honest,
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Kovalev, I think, is good. He proved his last fight, he won 11th round. I thought it was a pretty good fight. I just don't see Kovalev on Canelo's level right now, to be honest.
Brandon. Oh, sorry, Brandon. Big Supermax is out here. He coming from my head. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for calling in. Let me see. What was that? I got that right here. Andrew, we got you, man. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate your call. So next time you call, we're definitely going to, have you by name and stuff like that. So let me go out to Big Supermax in Texas.
BoxingVoice.com. Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
BoxingVoice.com.
You didn't look clearly. I said I sent you links. I sent 3 links, one from Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and Business Insider. Oh, I had to tell my name when you came to me looking at Wikipedia.
Pow yourself, nigga.
Well, Mike the one sent that shit
don't
to
put
me.
it on Mike. I said he sent you 2 other links too.
First of all, Joseph, get off
sent
speaker.
Wikipedia links, nigga. I said he said 2 more links too. Don't put it on Mike.
You done? So, when I was like, yo, show me a link, Mike was like, yo, I got you. So, Mike was doing that while I kept manning the board. So, now Mike personally texted me a screenshot with all Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view numbers. So, that's what I used. I had no clue that in a completely different chat, they had links. But it's okay. I see USA Today. That's decent. SI, I respect, of course. Business Insider, I do not frequent, so I don't know what to say there. But I have not read any of those articles, and I don't see any of those headlines indicating anything that we were talking about. We're talking about pay-per-view numbers. None of these headlines say that, so I would have to read each article to know whatever it is he's talking. Poor job presenting your case. Poor job, But we got some super chats this morning we're going to get to before we go to some callers. And Joseph, please fix your Bluetooth. Please fix that Bluetooth, and I'm going to get right back to you, champ. You just had hell of, noise in the background there. So if you could just fix that Bluetooth, I'll get to you. And we're going out to Igloo. I know you read some of these, but, where'd you leave off at? Joseph? Did you read off as Joseph?
The one to give it to you is the last one that we haven't read.
Oh, so you got that, or?
I got you. Oh, the one to give it to you. Big super chat from him. Thank you, brother. Say it the other way around. Kovalev called out Canelo. Would Kovalev be cherry picking? Of course. He's going down and picking on somebody in a smaller weight class. Don't we always say when people look back, they're picking on people? Okay, why would it be any different from Kovalev?
But yeah, man. So that's all our callers except for Brandon in Cincinnati. What up, champ?
Yo, Mike Ness, what's good with y'all, man?
Chilling.
Morning, man.
Another day, another podcast, man.
Yeah, man, y'all came with it this morning. This was one of the best morning shows y'all done did in a while. Salute to you guys for that. Going back to the original topic, as far as Kovalev, from a physical and strategic standpoint, I gotta agree with Mike. You know, he just had a tough fight. He a little long in the tooth, bouncing back for a big fight against the pound for pound best in the world. It might be a little tough, but from a financial standpoint, I mean, 16 million is 16 million, man. I'm advocating to go get that bread. So I'm gonna have to agree with Ness on that, man. Fuck, go get a motherfucking ice bath. Go hit up a couple Asian massage parlors and sign up and get that money, bro. So yeah, I'm agree with Ness. If I'm Kovalev, I'm taking that fight. I don't give a fuck if it was 8 weeks out. I'm taking that to get that 16 million. But that's my call. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, wait. Do you know another way? Like, let's say he upsets Canelo to the fact that, like Laura, like Gennady, he's already told them, go do something. Go get a belt. Go do something. So what if this upsets him enough? Where does Kovalev go to get another payday like this?
I mean, he can't get another payday like this. I mean, he can get a decent payday maybe if he fights the winner of Beterbiev and Grovesdick, Russian, maybe another Russian investor, pays big money to get that all Russian affair somewhere in Russia. Maybe he can get a decent paycheck like that. But as far as the 16 million, he can't get 16 million from nowhere else.
And let me ask you something. Wouldn't you, if you was in Sergey Kovalev's camp, consider the winner of Beterbiev, Govchak, a tougher fight than Canelo? Because technically I know I'm picking Canelo. I know I'm calling Kovalev a cherry for Canelo, but that's me. But from black and white on paper, Canelo's moving up 2 divisions, and he's not sucking him down. He's making him fight at his own weight. And Kovalev's a legitimate puncher. Like, nobody got to lie to us and tell us he's a puncher. He's really a puncher. So, I don't know. Isn't the easier fight Canelo?
I want to say yeah, but man, yeah. I mean,
he already lost mentally. He already lost to Beterbiev like 3 times in the amateurs. He don't really want. He really want that work. Ain't Beterbiev younger than him?
Beterbiev younger than him. I mean, as far as he got a better chance to get knocked the fuck out against Beterbiev or Grovesdick, but he's gonna get outboxed against Canelo easily.
He getting stopped by Canelo. You wildin'.
I don't think he's going to get stopped. I think he's going to get outboxed in 4 rounds.
He getting stopped in 4 rounds, bruh. 4.
No way.
4.
Fuck ain't even stop Liam Smith in 4 rounds. What the fuck make you think he's going to stop this nigga in 4 rounds?
Bruh, what round did he stop Liam Smith? Because that was a body shot ending too.
Like round 9 or 10.
Let me see. I'm going to check myself. But thanks for calling in. But guess what? That's Liam Smith, not motherfucking Kovalev, who in the 3rd round of the fucking Yarde fight was already tired. Liam Smith at least is young, and he did him in the 9th. You know what I mean? This dude is 38, 30-something, whatever he is. He just don't like it to the body. That's Canelo's. That's me. Don't bet my round. My name is SGTO. Let me see. We got any more super chats, Mike? No. My name is NessGTO. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NessGTO. Peace.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. And if you want to support your boy, go ahead and donate to my GoFundMe. And if you want to know what it's about, check out my IG page.
Bro, how you going to tell people to donate to your GoFundMe? Don't even tell them what it is about.
If they want to know what it's about, go to my IG page. I'm not about
but you got to entice a person to want to go.
No, not really. If you want to support, just support. If you don't want to support, then don't support.
But don't you think they need to know what it's about in order to entice them to support?
If you want to know what it's about, go check out my IG page, Ness. Thank you. Until the next show. Peace out.
Hey, man. Well, at least this little back and forth garnered more attention to that IG page, and hopefully they will go. But I still recommend, you say a snippet. Like, that's, you consistently promote it. But I'm out, man. That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace.